Hello everyone, I'm OJ, your brush jockey over here at Brush Jockey Studios, bringing you another 1 hour painting challenge. Tonight is a little bit different. I did have something lined up for us. I was going to do a Finish That mini segment tonight, but I ended up actually only getting the model stripped today. It was quite the process, and I haven't actually had a chance to assemble him. I've been busy all day. I went to class, so I am unfortunate to say, Mark D, that I'm not going to be finishing that mini tonight with this guy, but I will definitely do him on my next stream. So I do apologize I wasn't able to get him done. However, I do have something special for you. It's this guy right here. And I'm noticing that I don't have my lights on. Here we go. This is gonna be better. Just bear with me. There we go. Makes life a little bit easier. I can actually see things. All right. So this guy was one of those guys. One of the guys that I had done with contrast paints for a client in the High Fleet Kraken. High Fleet Kraken theme. Unfortunately, it was actually meant to be a High Fleet Leviathan. So I am going to do a Finish Dat mini segment converting this guy into a High Fleet Leviathan guy. So that's what we're going to do today. So I do apologize, as I mentioned, that I'm not going to be doing the Finish Dat mini for the Mogan Raw model, but I will be doing it on my next stream. So I do have to say I'm so sorry for that, Mark D. I hadn't had a chance to message you, and I hope you didn't make any big changes in your schedule to watch the session today for that. But I will be doing it on my next session, as I said. All right. So a couple of things that I need to take a look at. Now I got a couple of guys done in the High Fleet Leviathan kind of theme for him. Something that I need to do is I need to kind of lighten his skin, and then I also need to change the carapace as well as the talons. The talons are actually red. So we're gonna start off with the skin, and we're gonna lighten that up, and we're gonna put in Pallid Witch Flesh. And I'm just gonna kind of do this as a regular kind of layer here. Let's get this guy out here. Where am I? Here we go. All right. So with a Pallid Witch Flesh, it's almost like a fleshy gray. So I'm just gonna essentially dry brush, try and like kind of wet brush this on where the carapace is over here. So essentially wanting to only get on those raised areas to lighten this up a little bit. Because I'll probably be coming back over on this with a little bit of wash to kind of bring it back into a gray almost. Actually, you know what? I'm going to bring it right into an actual dry brush. So I'm going to get into a dry brush and do this. Okay. Okay, so with that Finish Dat mini segment, as you all know, the idea of it is taking something that's almost finished and bringing it to a finished quality. In this case here, I need to change this model's theme. So instead of being, from High Fleet Kraken, it needs to be from High Fleet Leviathan. So what I'm doing is I'm lightening the under pieces of the model, and I'll then be bringing him over to the purple carapace as well. So all I'm doing is just kind of coming in and dry brushing where those fleshy tones are, right? Just bringing it to be a little bit more. And I'm not going to worry too much about the brain, because the brain is actually a good color right now. Or the you know, the tongue is really good. What I'm doing here now is I'm just dry brushing this all. The nice thing about it is because it was, you know, pretty much completed, all it is just a little bit of modifications to get there, which is going to be super good for our segment because, you know, we're only going to be here for an hour today and we're going to get this through. Something I'm really liking about the this dry brush here is it's actually making this the color that I absolutely need. So that's super cool. It's like that gray. I'm gonna darken it a little bit just because the other models that I have for my client are a little bit darker as well, but all I'll do for that is just gonna put a new and oil wash on it, I think, just to deepen it. There we go. So, with that now, there, it's good. So with the Carapace Red as well, something to think about is, okay, so do I want to do one of two things? Do I want to bring it back to like a white color and then bring it down into that purple? I'm going to actually try something a little bit different here first. I'm actually going to use the Talisar Blue Contrast, and I'm going to hope that this blue mixed with the red, if you're taking a look at color theory, you know, color theory indicates that when you mix blue and red together, you should get purple. And I'm hoping that is going to be the case here. It's not just going to overpower that red. And that's actually the case. It's overpowering the red. As you can see, blue, not purple. All right, so we're gonna go to Voluptuous. We're gonna go into that Contrast Magos Purple and bring it right into that. Sorry, I'm actually gonna do this Stylish Purple. Just paying attention that I don't do anything around the horns too much, just because they're already done. I don't want to have to do too much touch-ups on them. So this is making a really, really deep purple, which is okay. And come back in and touch this up with some others. Ideally, this would be white. But that's okay. How am I doing for audio? Just want to make sure you guys can hear me. Audio, yes, you can. Good. All right. So here we go. Getting our purple color down, turning red into purple. Red is coming through, which is okay. All right, so as that dries, because I'm going to want to put another color on there, another coat on there. Am I? I don't know. I'm gonna come to the red first and do the sides. Talons. All of the talons and everything on this model are red in color. The high feet Leviathan color scheme. Kind of neat, kind of different. Makes it almost look like blood talons. Super cool though. Nice contrast to the skin tone. It really makes it stick out. And again, as I mentioned, because everything's already done with the white bone and everything, the contrast paints here are just kind of picking this up really nicely. As long as I'm careful with them, it should look nice. Go. Oh, good thing I accidentally hit the exciting talon here. Go getting the red over this bone color makes it so that it's pretty decent. Actually pretty happy with how this is covering. I'm guessing that I should probably do these all in the red color as well. Get you zoomed in here a little bit here for people to see. There we go. Testing out, trying out the Citadel handles today. I have enjoyed mine, but they're all currently used. So I had gotten some an opportunity to pick up one. So I'm going ahead and did that. There we go. Also make sure the little nail on the inside there. All right. So with that carapace now, as you can see, it kind of looks a little reddish. I'm not going to hit it with another layer of contrast paint. So I'm actually going to hit it with some purples, some actual layer of purples. So I'm just going to clean up some of these paints that I have open here. All right, so let's take a look. I've got my royal purple. All right, so I've got purple, royal regal purple, Gene Stealer purple, and Demonette hide. I'm gonna actually use a little bit of all of them. So my palette here, gonna go ahead and put on some purple. Demonette, or Gene Stealer purple here now. And some Demonette hide. This Demonette hide needs to be mixed really well, so I am going to find my mixer. Mix it right up. Monitor. Go. And I'll probably hit some white in there as well when I need to. Actually, I'll drop that in now. I'm actually going to use a glacier blue, which is like a bluish, a blue-white, just so that it's a little bit more of a blue tone. All right, so first and foremost with the regal purple, so everything's kind of dark on the recesses there, which is good. So I'm just going to kind of hit on the edges here. So I'm hitting out on the edges of this guy here. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm just kind of getting the full purple color on there. Covering up that red. But you can see just leaving the underneath the carapace, you know, those muscle strands that look like it. So essentially just grabbing all of the carapace itself, just the carapace. Makes it actually look purple, which is good. That's what I'm going for. One would hope. The contrasting colors is going to come when I lay down the other lighter colors here as well, right? I mean, in this case here, I'm essentially laying it down in the single purple colors on the whole piece now. It's not showing a lot of contrast, right? And if like up here, it's super dark. So essentially I'm just picking out. And we got Christmas in August again. Just bear with me here, let's switch that up. Okay. So there we go. So now I'm going to lighten that up with the Gene Stealer purple. And I'm just hitting the edges now. And I'm not worrying about getting in this inside of the recesses on this one. Just kind of getting the edges of it. Just kind of, I'm actually kind of just using the edge, the side of my brush on that side. Up here, just gonna hit those edges. Those things that just, sides that just stick out. Right, and then even bringing it lighter with the Arctic blue or the glacier blue, just hitting the edges now. And I'm being very erratic on this, in that this carapace, I don't want it to look bright. I want it to have just the highest of edges with this purple, just to kind of pick out those edges. Right, and being erratic like this, and kind of almost doing like a stippling effect, makes it so that the carapace looks a little bit more textured as well. Yeah, see? Something super cool is you'll notice now that I'm actually a affiliate of Twitch, I think. Twitch affiliate, Twitch partner. Anyways, what it means is that you can subscribe to my channel, cheer and whatnot. So that's kind of yay. There we go. Things that I need to do also on the model is I need to kind of pick out the bones, the skulls and whatnot that were on here. highlight these. So it also looks like there's some webbing and goop. I'll pick out as well. Get these skulls properly highlighted here first. I'm gonna go ahead and dry brush this so that the silver pieces look silver. I had just done a contrast basilicum gray on it, so I'm just bringing this to be looking a little bit more metallic, or making it look like metallic. All I'm doing is dry brushing it so that all those raised areas are actually metallic color. Marine on the Space Marine helmet that's on the bottom, painted as well. I want it to be blue. Finally, I want that green goopy stuff. I want it to actually look like a Nurgle rot almost. So I'm actually going to use the Plague Bearer flesh from the contrast paint line. I'm just going to kind of goop it over. Goopy stuff is. There we go. With that said, I think this finished that mini is almost done. I want to pick out the underneath parts a little bit more. I want them to look a little bit more like muscle. So I want them to be a little bit more red. So I'm gonna get this Carlsberg Crimson. Pick them out just a little bit more than what they are already. So all I'm doing is just taking a little bit of this crimson wash, deepening the color of these under pieces here, making them look a little bit more contrasting. So that you can tell it's like muscle underneath. go. Last but not least, I want to, with this ivory, I want to just kind of get these guys without getting too much of the edge of the carapace. Should have probably done this a little bit earlier. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm just brightening these so that I can really make it contrast out with the wash. TBMC Irvin, Leaf Lover, thank you. Thanks, hey guys, how you doing? This finished that mini segment is taking a patriarch from the Gene Steel Occults, these guys here. He was painted in the Hive Fleet Kraken, because if you remember, I started a little bit of the Gene Steel Occults for my client, ended up painting him in the wrong color scheme. So I painted him in the Hive Fleet Kraken. So I'm just taking the time to finish that mini and get him fixed into the Hive Fleet Leviathan that he actually wanted. So here we go. All of the pokey, kind of spiky bits for this guy, it's all red. All of the talons and stuff that come out of these Hive Fleet Kraken guys, they're all blood red. What are you guys up to tonight? TBMC Irvin and Leaf Lover? Hey, TBM7, I should be painting. Yes, you should, TBMC Kevin. Painting up a Free Blades warband. Nice. Speaking of, did you get your bit yesterday from your brother? I did drop it off to Mr. Kevin, but, you know, just making sure you got it. Also, sure did. Thanks, bro. No problem. Also, how about this Monday coming, you bring in your other Free Blade stuff that you need me to touch up so that I can finish them up. I'll bring some paint, and if it's a slow night and there's no games going on, I'll actually just I'll get them touched up while I'm there, and I'll just bring them home and give them a good coat for you for your sealant. All right, so last but not least on this guy, because I lightened up those Under Armour things, I want to get that in there. So I'm just going to put in a voluptuous pink, sorry. So this voluptuous pink will just kind of make it look like there's a different kind of muscle underneath, or just a muscle underneath the carapace there. I was going to be doing a Mogun Rock in my 1 hour painting challenge, but as you can see, he's unassembled. He had a hard time getting stripped this week. He's a model that someone sent in for the Finish That mini segment, which I decided would be turned into a 1 hour painting challenge. So I'll be doing that up next challenge next week. But yeah. Looking like I missed something here again. I got a couple of claws on the backside. Considering he was in the color scheme of Hive Fleet Kraken about 35 minutes ago, he's looking pretty good as Hive Fleet Leviathan. Happy with Mr. Patriarch here. There we go. And done. Happy to announce the great success of the finished Dat Mini, bringing him over to High Fleet Leviathan. Wow, how you doing, guys? All right, so with that said, I am going to actually take a little bit of time for the rest of the stream. I have about 25 minutes left. I can actually make a little bit of a base in assembly for Mr. Mogan Raw here. So, a couple of things. I have, excuse me, don't mind my crotch that you're seeing on screen. Okay, so I've got some resin bases here. I'm actually going to use a resin base for Mogan Raw. All right, so Mogan Raw, he's got this nice kind of stance. Let's do a little bit of building here. Building and snipping and stuff. So because I'm not using the same base, so this is the base that he would come in, which is a slotted base. I'm going to snip off this stuff, obviously. So this is a model from Mark D, one of our regulars. I'm wondering if he's on. Mark D, are you watching out there today? If not, that's okay. All right, so I'm just going to snip this guy off here. Now, the model itself was painted before. I've stripped it, but you know, some of the older models and generations of people before don't always clean the model super well. So I'm gonna come in, make sure all of the things are done. Also seeing that there's a couple, can kind of see there's a flashing line on there. I want to get that off there. Smooth that off. Files here. Did I put my round one in there? I don't have my round one. Oh, there it is. I got my round file. Nice thing about an old metal miniature like this is it's good and solid. I'm not worried about it breaking in my fingers when I'm doing some filing like this, cleaning and stuff. So Kev, TBMC Kev, seeing as you're supposed to be painting, what are you going to be doing? What are you doing, actually? So I'm just gonna file some of this down here just so that it's nice and kind of smooth off. I'm just going through, making sure there's no other flashing pieces on the model. Okay, so the base that he comes on, there we go, looks like that's going to be the way in which he's going to be put on there. Okay, so see how this is happening? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of, because this model, this base is a resin base, what's happened is, like right in here, I'm going to just kind of file that off so that it'll might be a little bit more of a flat area. Just cholin. Probably paint after dinner. Nice. Painting's always good. It's good for your souls. Okay. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm just kind of, like I said, just flattening that area where his foot's gonna be, just so that it makes it so that it's less of a, that's how he's going to be on there, and I'll be pinning him on there so that after this is painted, so then it'll be on there and he won't look super janky. There we go. Okay, so that's that. That's his gun done. Also, just want to make sure any of the areas up here of all the flashing done. Something super crazy was back in the day, people wouldn't do this to their model. They wouldn't clean their model really well when it was metal models, or they cleaned it, but it just wouldn't get all of the little areas that they needed to. In this case here, can see, you know, there's flashing on the bit, so I'm just kind of cleaning it up here. Back in the day when metal models used to exist. Some of them still do, but that's super cool. It's unfortunate that Games Workshop went strictly to fine cast for these. I am severely waiting for a nice new release of the Eldar models. Alright, so we'll just kind of piece him together, see how he looks. Looking good, Mr. Raw, Mr. Mogan Raw. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I am going to glue him to a regular base. Not that one now, because I just busted it. Put that in my garbage. I have a regular base up here. I do not. Please bear with me. Nice Christmas tunes. Yeah, man. I'm bringing Christmas to August. You know, you've heard of Christmas in July? Christmas in August. That's that's the way it is. We're gonna skip the good old music here. Bam! It's my generic playlist. It's my playlist that allows me to not get muted when I'm on Twitch. Royalty free. All right, so I'm gonna try first with a smaller base. Yeah, that's the one. All right, so let's get him on the base. Okay, with that said, I'm gonna get the little pieces in here too. So this here is nice and tight fit. So I'm just gonna put some glue on, get that in. I'm not gonna worry about sub-assemblies on this. It's just gonna be a 1 hour painting challenge. Well, it's a Finish Dat Mini, but extended into a 1 hour painting challenge. Alright, so I'm gonna do this and ooh, drippy. Okay, let's get this done fist. There we go. Moving raw, assembled. Okay. Get him ready for priming. Oh, there we go. He'll be painted in the next session. Nice. Moving raw, ready to go. All right, so while we're here for the last 12 minutes, let's do this. Ooh, got a model here. Let's get some finishing touches on this guy here. Okay, so let's do a couple things. This is a model that's kind of halfway done. I want to pick out a few of the things that are here. So some of the cloth, some of the ridges here. What do I want to do for that? I want it to be unique. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna do orange. Just off the cuff thinking, this is not a model I will be using for anything. So I'm gonna use some Jockey orange. Jockey orange. Jockey orange. Let me get this guy here. This can be my base color, and I think I'm gonna bring this up to yellow. Thinking about the whole color theory part of things. So I'm gonna go up to yellow. Nice bright yellow. Right up the center like that, that would be cool. So I'm gonna do the same thing. Ah! Good thing nothing got knocked over, nothing spilt. I'm gonna do the same thing with the shin pad here. Again, this is just a random model that was on my desk that was unfinished, not being used. So why not just try schemes? Something that's super cool. Something that's going to be coming in the weeks to come also is some work on my Phantom Titan. I think I've finally come up with a scheme that I want to use. And got some pretty cool ideas surrounding the actual model itself. I think I'm going to do like a nebulae theme on it. There we go. My fat fingers hit the shin pads. Took off some paint. Okay, there we go. gonna do the loincloth here in white, because I'm gonna come back in with some contrast paints. I'm telling you, I'm really finding myself enjoying some of the contrast paints, especially the snakebite leather, the basilicum gray, the skeleton horde, Gilman flesh. Those are some really good ones. I seem to think my wet palette is not wet right now. The reason I say that is because my paint is drying much quicker than it should be. I'm gonna paint it better than Kev's. I can't guarantee that it's gonna be better, but it's gonna be painted by me, so it's gonna be, you know, a labor of love. I'm hoping that it looks good. I don't expect it to look like garbage, but you know, that model is spectacular, the one that Kev got painted. So I'm not gonna even try to compare. I mean, it might look good. I don't know if it'll look as good, but I hope I feel the same way about it. But I'm not counting on it being that nice. I take my time with it though. I'm not gonna rush it. I want to make sure that it's done right. I want to try some new techniques on it as well. Gonna do some freehanding. I'm not sure if I want to do like a scene of something or, you know, iconography and stuff like that. But kind of see how it goes. I'm sure yours is gonna be dope. I'm sure it'll look okay. Like I say, I'm gonna be happy with it. That's the goal, right? And if it gets traction out there in the world, that'll be cool. As soon as I have it primed, I'm actually gonna start recording myself painting it, and I'm gonna be doing it, and I'm gonna release it as a YouTube video. Something, by the way, guys, you know, I wouldn't mind picking your brain at some point about an actual YouTube channel instead of me, you know, just painting streams. I'd like to do a channel, and I'd like to pick your brains about what content would be good. You know, I know you guys have some experience with that, so if you guys don't mind, I'd love to pick your brain about it. Yeah, no, that's not the plan. I want to do actual edited videos on there. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna go up to yellow here. So let's see. Get some Avalanche Sunset. Make dedicated videos. Oh yeah, for sure. Like I say, that's the plan. I don't want it to be just like, oh, this is my stream. Ha ha ha. I might get some footage and use from my stream if I'm streaming, and you know, I know that that's going to be good on a video, but it's going to be an edited video. It's not just going to be, my videos are up. Here you go, guys. Let's talk for 3 hours while I'm painting. Yeah, no. The idea is dedicated videos. I guess, and I've gone through the process of kind of getting ideas of what I want to do videos about, but I guess I want a sense of, from your perspective, what works, what doesn't. You know, I don't want to just reinvent the wheel of other people doing YouTube videos too, right? I mean, I want to make it so that it's fairly unique. My initial thought was, you know, painting personal training. So like, you know, weekly exercises for weekly exercises for people. Hey, you want to learn how to wet blend? Here you go. Here's a practice technique that you can use that you're not going to fudge up your model with. You know, then, you know, after they practice, they can apply it. I don't know. That was an initial thought. Branching out, obviously, into Dungeons and Dragons miniatures as well. I think it's a bigger market than just a tabletop war game. Tabletop wargaming market is pretty sparse, if you ask me. You like that idea of the personal training, like weekly training videos? Where's my gold? Gold is here. If you guys have some rando miniatures also at home that are unfinished, untouched, you want to get them painted, or if they're kind of half done and you want them done, I do this segment. It's called Finish Dat Mini. If you have a couple colors on it, almost done, you want it to be brought to a nice standard, send it to Brush Jockey, and Brush Jockey will come through for you. All right, we're gonna do this. Go to a smaller brush. Do some green. Ooh, what's this? Right. Also with that, snip by the other. As I mentioned, I'm gonna bring snakebite leather into this. This is one of my favorites. That contrasting paint, if you want that leather, it looks so good. Does such a great job. Also, Irvin, was chatting with your brother yesterday. Dave at Tista Minis is looking at getting me some scale 75 paints in. If he does this, he's gonna do a single order to get to like kind of see what the process is. But I need to tell him what I want. So if you guys are interested in getting some scale 75 stuff, let me know. I have half-finished Blood Bowl Forge World Ogre you could finish. A single Ogre, yeah? Absolutely, man. Done. Push me up a link on in the chat to see to show me what it looks like. That's exactly what the point of Finish Dat Mini. Their gold set is amazing. We have it already. Okay, cool. I was actually thinking of getting like the entire baseline, like the non-metallics. But if their golds are good, maybe I'll try that. All right, we're gonna go up to the next yellow here. I've got 1 more minute left, and essentially gonna call it. But essentially, all I'm doing is just raising the bar on these guys. Damn. last but not least, we're gonna get around. Here we go. 1 second. I'm also gonna do this here. There we go. Finish that model too. All right, everyone. So thank you so much for joining me tonight on my 1 hour stream. Tonight we completed a Finish Dat mini segment where we transformed this bad boy from a Hive Fleet Kraken to a Hive Fleet Leviathan. Looking pretty sharp, I'm thinking. I'm even liking the base. It's not too bad with the colors that I chose. We also assembled Mr. Mogan Ra in preparation for the next 1 hour challenge that I'm going to do. I will prime him this week and have him done for next stream. And we put a couple colors on this Dark Eldar Cabalette Warrior. Yeah, just kind of getting a sense for different color schemes, playing around. All right, so thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today. I am going to be signing off. I'm OJ, your Brush Jockey, over here at Brush Jockey Studios. We will see you next time. You too, TBMC Irvin. Pictures sent to your Facebook. Awesome. Thank you. Have a good night, guys. See you later.